stuff is easy compared to somebody telling you what to do every day, when to take a crap, when to take a shower, what you're going to eat, when you're going to wake up, when you're going to go to bed. All of this is easy. Just control your environment. Put the building blocks in place and build your own world. It's all easy compared, just always compared to where you're coming from. And if a guy likes being in prison, then that's telling me something's broken inside his mind. It's all is easy. Just if he's staying between the lines, all of this is easy. He can create his own environment, his own world, and it gets easier as you keep walking the line.
Wow, Steve, I give out books when I go in prisons, and one of the books that I give out, I told you about last week. I'm so glad I screwed up last week, and this second interview is getting to the heart of it. Last week was really beautiful. It would have been great, but we're doing today what I asked you to do, is to really put it out there, give them the message, and you've done the whole thing. So I give out all these books, but the one book that you said, I got a copy of it to give to you today, Steve, and I'm sorry. I was going to surprise you while we were on the air and hand it to you, but I got a copy of Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning.
Wow.
And you're welcome. But what he says in there is exactly what you just said. He said we all have one thing, and that's the freedom of choice to think what we want to think.
Yes, sir.
That's the whole thing. And, oh, gosh, Steve.
Yes,
Steve, I want to let everybody know, they know how to get in touch with me, rightthink.org, rightthink.org. And I've got this is my 90-second show. And every show I give the invitation. It's my altar call.
Yes, sir.
I am here for you. I love you. And contact me so you can make some new friends, get into being to where we can go through life together and start to get that thinking straight. And Steve, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can contact us at Master's Touch. Our email was a Gmail. It's masterstouch01@gmail.com.
Yeah, MasterTouch01. That's a numeric 01, not as O, at gmail.com.
Right.
And they're at Battlefield Boulevard in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Right.
It's Master's Touch Barber School of Excellence.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, these are the best cutters that I know, and they love you. They're here. I didn't say this before, but what an atmosphere. Steve's a master at chess. And he learned chess. Well, you knew it before you went into college. That's pretty good.
It was college.
I just call it prison college because it's the same thing here,
Yes,
you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but so you're a chess master, but this is the most incredible atmosphere. It's just so full of love. Steve, I think we covered pretty much stuff today. I'm gonna just say this. When you and I stop in a minute, what everybody's going to hear is the 2 minutes of the video that I shot at the end of last week's interview that didn't get recorded. And in that interview, you got a guy that's going to introduce himself that's been in prison in St. Bride's, the first prison that you and I went.
Yeah.
For 7 years. And now he's cutting for you. And he's been with you for a year. You've got another guy, Chris, that's been in your shop being mentored by you. He might not call it being mentored, but that's what it is. He's been with you for 18 years. He's grown up with you since he came here when he was about 8 years old. And then you got another guy that's a customer of yours, and he's a father, and he says he's been bringing his children in here for 6 years. So it's going to be just about 2 minutes of me interviewing them at the end of our interview last week, where they're giving a testimony about you. Steve, you're an amazing human being, and you are full of the Lord. You lead your life. The Lord is who you give it all to. But you're a walking, living example of what it is to serve the Lord and to try to love others. And I got to tell you, Steve, it's one of the greatest blessings of my life the day that you introduced yourself to me and we got involved. Steve, I love you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Anything you'd like to say as we finish here?
No, I would just like, for any of the guys that might be listening or girls listening, that's still incarcerated, I would just like to say to them, be encouraged. There is hope and there's help out here for them. They just got to reach out and ask for it.
Steve, thank you for being with me today, and I'm so glad to be hooked back with you. Let's go into prison again pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
But I'll tell you one thing. Steve will never go into prisons with me on Wednesday, Thursdays, or Fridays because those are his busy days, and he just can't. So whenever we go to prison, it's always on a Monday or Tuesday. Wow, Steve. God bless you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you for letting me be here. And this can go on the end of the show, kind of like as an afterward, because Steve and I just did a beautiful message. So how about introduce yourself, please?
Hey, my name is Ricardo Ray. I just came home last year for doing almost 7 years. I'm proud to be here, standing with my man Steve Forbes. It's a blessing.
You told me when you came in a second ago that you had met me before.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can we talk about that just for a second?
Yes, sir. I was at St. Brad, like I said, over a year ago. I took Thank You for a Change within there. I forgot to teach your name. But when I came home last year, I also took the advanced course of Thank You for a Change, and it really impacted my life. And I'm glad that I was able to get,
You told me you told me you took my class.
Yes, sir.
You said Thinking for Change there. That's the one that they give. That's the national program. But you took personal finance, small business ownership when you met me in prison.
No, I never took that class.
Okay.
That class I haven't taken.
Yeah, but so you took Thinking for Change.
Yes, sir.
And your life is straight now, and you're successful, and you hooked up with the right guy.
That's right.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Chris, 7 years ago, your picture's on the brochure that we take into prisons all the time here, you know?
Yeah.
Chris, you're amazing, man. You work for the post office now?
Yes.
And how long you been hanging out in the shop?
Since I was 8 or 9, back in the old shop, back in Compostela.
How old are you?
26.
And you've been hanging out with Steve since you were 8 years old?
Yes. Yeah, my buddy.
Oh, man. So would you say that he's been a positive influence on your life?
Very.
Can you beat him in chess?
Right there.
Oh, I remember. Hey, you know what? I remember now. It was Steve that you played chess with, and you wouldn't accept that he could beat you. I've seen him beat you a lot, though. You've been coming to this shop for a long time.
Quite a while.
What's your name, sir?
Kevin Spence.
It's my pleasure.
It's my pleasure.
Good. So you've been coming for how long?
Over, I want to say in and out for 6 or 7 years. My children come here, give positive messages every time I come here. The men are great. They're great mentors to my children. And my girlfriend's son is now starting coming here, getting his hair cut.
What's your name?
Thomas Day.
Thomas A?
Thomas Day.
Thomas Day, apologize. Well, yeah, you know, this. If I had to describe this place in just 2 words, it's a love-in.
Exactly.
We're experiencing a love-in. Well, I just want to say this to all of you. Thank you for letting me be part of your lives, and God bless you. And Steve, I'm telling you, man, you're doing just wonderful work for the Lord.
We appreciate it. Come on over to Master Touch. We get touched by the Master.
God bless everybody. Thanks for listening to Right Thinking with Steve Copeland. I look forward to being with you again next week. And remember, don't quit, plan ahead, it will get better. God bless you and have a great week.